Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. So I'll be honest with you guys and girls, we're looking at episode 2 of Yuri on Ice. I want to do this kind of fast though, so I'm not going to be, I want to say, doing a super long review. I'm going to have to probably speed it up a little bit and talk about some scenes. Like I even timed out every scene, so I do apologize for that, but I'm on a tight schedule. I have to leave here like less than 20 minutes, and then I got to render this out and upload it. So yeah, but anyways, let's talk about the episode. Still very good episode. I really dig this episode. I actually like the show so far. I think it's turning out to be one of the better shows of the season, to be honest. We see why Victor originally decided to leave and to go train Yuri. We see that his plan is to go train Yuri and stay at his house that he lives at slash the restaurant. He decides to stay there. He's going to train him and to make him a better ice skater in general. And I think that's kind of interesting because we learned that hey, he chose him to do that with, not anyone else but him. So, for Victor, the highest ice skater to do that is very interesting. Now, not everyone is happy with that. The other Yuri is kind of pissed off. He goes out and goes, hey, you know what? What the hell? He promised me to go do that. And we'll learn a little more about what that promise was exactly. But he then goes and decides, you know what? I'm going to go find Victor and I'm going to give him peace of my mind. Now, the next scene coming is where we have Yuri going on his training thing, where he's being made fun of constantly. He's told, hey, listen, you're a piggy. You gain too much. You have too much weight to you. So from here on out, Yuri can't eat pork bowls. He has to go on a binge of training. Like we start seeing him do ice skating stuff. We put not ice skating stuff, more so like the ballet stuff, the stuff that needs more aerobic activity, so like running and stuff like that. And I think that's very interesting. So we see a whole bunch of scenes of this, and we see a little bit more about that. We also learn more about this girl over here too. We also see that he's taking pictures. Like Victor loves this place, and he's taking pictures, which causes the other Yuri to finally figure out where he's at, and thus right away decides to take a plane, screw off his training, and just goes and flies to find out where Victor is. And I think that's kind of funny actually, because his coach gets pissed off at him. Yuri's ending training is coming near. It's already been a week now since he's been training. You actually see him getting back into shape, so that's very interesting. And it's the cultivation of him finally now meeting up with the other Yuri too, that they're going to start talking to one another. Now we learn more about Yuri's the other Yuri's past, where he apparently when he was younger was really, of course, a star like he is right now. He asked Victor to kind of give him a choreograph, which is like a dancing routine, if he won his divisionals back when he was a kid. And of course he won, and now he's at the senior level. And the thing is that he forgot completely about it, and he told him, like, he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot that I was supposed to do that, but I'm forgetful. That's just kind of how it happens. I'm sorry. But Yuri's not too happy with that, so he decides to stay with the other Yuri. And I think the next scene is pretty funny, where he gets a new nickname, Yurio, because they feel that the one girl, I think is Yuri's sister, goes, that's too confusing to have two Yuris around. I have to call you Yurio. And everyone from here on out will start calling him Yurio. I mean, even the coach, Victor, calls him Yurio. I think it's just hilarious. Now, I want to talk about the scene briefly. This was not needed. This is where I have issues with Yuri and Ice, where you see ash shots of all these dudes. And that was a little unnecessary. I won't lie. A little bit unnecessary. Like, does that need to be that animated? That, not to me. No, no, that was not necessary. Let's move on from that. So Victor gives them an ultimatum where he goes, "Hey, I'm going to teach both of you. I'm going to choreograph both of your things to get back into it. It's going to be a giant thing we're going to have at the ice skating rink over here. So it's a local event. You will have to both choreograph to it, and I'm going to give you guys different songs. And what he tells them too is that he gives them a week time limit. They must master that song in 1 week. Otherwise, they're screwed, and he won't teach either one of them." Now, I think it's funny because, as he's telling them this, and this is kind of the wrap up for the review, but he's telling them this, and they're scared shitless of it. They're like, oh my god, what are we going to do? But Yuri goes, you know what? I'm going to do it because I want to skate. And he goes, I want to eat rice bowls with you because, Yuri is a huge fan of Victor, so that's understandable. But I like this episode. I think it was very strong. I'm wrapping it up here, guys and girls. I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a great episode overall. I still dig the show. I'm still worried about some of the scenes, but that's not a big deal. Anyways, guys and girls, I will talk to you later. Have a great, blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.